If you're thinking about moving to Pinellas County, but you're kind of torn between St. Petersburg and Seminole, you're definitely not alone. These two neighboring cities may only be a few miles apart, but when it comes to lifestyle, vibe, and daily living, they offer two very different experiences. So whether you're drawn to the vibrant energy of a bustling art scene or craving a more quieter suburban pace, choosing between St. Pete and Seminole comes down to more than just location. It's really about finding the right fit for your lifestyle, your budget, and your long-term goals. Hi, I'm Jeffrey, owner and broker of Clarke Realty, and today I'm gonna break down the real-life differences between St. Petersburg and Seminole, Florida, from cost of living to commute times to community vibes, nightlife, schools, and everything in between. We're gonna cover it all so you can feel confident choosing the place that feels like home to you. So let's dive in and help you discover which Florida city best matches your lifestyle. So St. Petersburg is really the heartbeat of Pinellas County. It's kind of urban, energetic, and packed with a ton of personality. Downtown is really known for its walkability, palm-lined streets, and kind of a constant buzz of activity. On any given weekend here, you might find a farmer's market in the morning, a street art festival in the afternoon, and live music at night. You've also got a ton of world-class museums here, like the Dolly Museum behind me and the Museum of Fine Arts behind me as well, which is currently celebrating their 60th anniversary, which is crazy. And there's also this like thriving local art scene with murals, pop-up galleries, and independent shops everywhere you look. Foodies and craft beer lovers should also take note. St. Pete is home to dozens of locally owned restaurants, rooftop bars, and breweries. So whether you're craving vegan tacos, fresh caught seafood, or gourmet coffee, there's definitely something for every palate. And if nightlife is your thing, you'll love the mix of rooftop lounges, speakeasies, and live music venues that help keep the city buzzing well after dark. And that's without even mentioning the beaches. Here in St. Pete, you're just a short drive to St. Pete Beach or Treasure Island, where the sunsets are nothing short of magical. And for people who love staying active, the Pinellas Trail runs right through the city, perfect for biking, jogging, or just a casual stroll. So that's St. Pete. Now let's talk about Seminole. And Seminole really offers a totally different pace. And that's exactly what makes it appealing to some people. It's quieter, it's more suburban, it's really ideal for people who want a more relaxed, kind of just traditional residential lifestyle. Picture kind of like well-maintained neighborhoods, pretty good sized yards, and families riding bikes together in the evenings. There's a really strong sense of community here. A lot of neighbors know each other, kids grow up together, and local events help create a kind of hometown feel. Seminole is also really known for having top-rated public schools, including Seminole High School and several strong elementary and middle schools, which makes it a popular choice for families. You'll find several parks, nature preserves, and even kayak launches nearby. Lake Seminole Park is a local favorite, offering trails, playgrounds, picnic spots, and tons of wildlife sightings. It's one of my favorite places to take my dog Lily out for an hour or two in the afternoon and get to, just feel some nature. It feels beautiful out there. You can't see any of the surrounding houses. It's just like your own little slice of paradise. And there's plenty of examples of that in Seminole. The Seminole City Center has also brought more dining, shopping, and entertainment options to this area. Without the hectic pace of like St. Pete's downtown area, it's much slower there. It's the kind of place where you can run errands, grab dinner, and be home by 8 p.m. without hitting too much traffic or searching for parking. And in Seminole, when you do want beach time, Redington Shores, Madeira Beach, and Indian Shores are just a few minutes away, giving you that laid-back coastal lifestyle without having to live in those like really high traffic beach zones. So whether you're drawn to the vibrant city energy of St. Pete or the peaceful, community-focused vibe of Seminole, there is a perfect spot in Pinellas County for you. So for the rest of this video, we're gonna explore even more and keep going and break it all down for you. So next, let's talk about what it actually costs to live in these places. Because lifestyle is one thing, but your budget and real estate goals are just as important when deciding where to put down roots. In St. Pete, the housing market is just as diverse as the city itself. So whether you're looking for a trendy downtown condo with walkable access to bars, shops, and the bayfront, or a more historic bungalow tucked in a tree-lined street, there's truly something for everybody, but it comes at a premium. Some of the most sought-after neighborhoods include historic Kenwood, which is known for its beautifully restored 1920s bungalows and its vibrant artist community. It's definitely a favorite amongst creatives, professionals, and anyone who values charm. There's also Crescent Lake, which is a picturesque neighborhood with parks, walkability, and a strong sense of neighborhood pride. Here you're gonna find a mix of updated historic homes and some mid-century gems, as well as a little bit of new construction. Then there's Coquina Key, which is an island-style neighborhood with waterfront homes and canals, great for boaters or those who love being close to the water. And of course, there's the historic Old Northeast with brick streets, waterfront vibes, and a historic elegance that's just steps away from downtown. But again, be prepared to pay a premium for that. If you're looking at condos or townhomes downtown, be ready for a higher price per square foot and HOA fees, but the walkability and views often make it worth it for buyers who want that urban lifestyle. Prices can vary wildly, but in general, the median cost of a home in St. Pete is around $440,000. As I mentioned, the prices can vary, especially the closer you are to downtown, the beach, or the water, but you're paying for more than just the home. You're buying into the location, the energy, and the culture of a vibrant, growing city. Over in Seminole, the real estate scene looks a little different, and for many buyers, it's a refreshing change. Here, you typically get more home for your money. Think bigger lots, more single-family homes, and often newer construction or recently updated ranch ranch style homes from the 70s or the 80s. What stands out most in Seminole is the value. Compared to similarly sized homes in St. Pete, Seminole often comes at a slightly lower price point, but you're oftentimes not sacrificing much in terms of quality. The median cost of those larger homes on larger lots in Seminole is about $399,000, but similar to St. Pete, the values are going to vary depending on location. You're just trading the walkable urban vibe for a quieter, more spacious neighborhood setting. Some popular neighborhoods in Seminole include Oakhurst, which is a quiet residential neighborhood with large yards and really solid mid-century homes, great for families and retirees alike. There's also Seminole Grove Estates, which is known for its newer construction and manicured streets. This area is perfect for those who want move-in ready homes with fewer updates needed. There's also Bardmore, which is a blend of golf course living, larger homes, and mature landscaping. It offers a bit more luxury without the downtown price tag. So when it comes to housing, you want to choose St. Pete if you want charm, walkability, and an urban or waterfront lifestyle, and you're okay with paying just a bit more for it for maybe a little bit less space. Or you could choose Seminole if you want space, affordability, top-rated schools, and a quieter suburban environment that still keeps you close to the beaches and amenities. So now we're going to take a look at schools and family life so you can see which city best fits with your needs. So when it comes to public schools, I would say Seminole often takes the edge. The city is really well known for its highly rated schools, strong parental involvement, and a safe community-centered environment. Families consistently flock to this area because it offers a stable and supportive atmosphere for kids to grow up in. Some of the standout schools in Seminole include Seminole High School, which is consistently ranked among the top high schools in Pinellas County with a strong reputation for academics, sports, and extracurriculars. There's also Seminole Middle School and Bowder Elementary, which are both well regarded for their experienced teachers, active PTAs, and really solid test scores. You also find excellent early learning centers and access to gifted programs, which can be a huge bonus for younger families planning for the long haul. In addition to schools, Seminole is known for its low crime rates, clean and quiet neighborhoods, and abundance of family-friendly parks and recreation options. There's also places like Lake Seminole Park and Seminole Recreation Center, which offer everything from playgrounds to youth sports leagues and summer camps, making it really easy to keep the kids active and engaged all year round. For many families, Seminole checks all the boxes: safe, affordable, great schools, and a peaceful environment to raise children. So now let's talk about St. Pete, because while it's a larger city and more diverse in population and school options, that definitely doesn't mean that it's lacking in educational quality. You just have to do a bit more research based on the specific neighborhood that you're interested in. St. Pete offers a wide range of schools, from traditional public schools to magnet programs to fundamental schools and charter schools that really do attract families from all over the country. Some of the notable programs in schools include Gibbs High School's Pinellas County Center for the Arts, which is a top-tier magnet program for students pursuing visual and performing arts. There's Thurgood Marshall Fundamental Middle School, which is known for its high academic standards, a strict code of conduct, and parental involvement. There's Short Acres Elementary, which is a highly rated neighborhood school in one of the most desirable residential areas in St. Pete, right on the water. And then there's also Canterbury School for Florida, which is a private option offering excellent academics and really good college prep. So all that being said, because St. Pete is such a large city by comparison to Seminole, school quality can vary greatly from neighborhood to neighborhood. If schools are a top priority for you, it'll be important to understand the zoning maps, application deadlines, and school choice programs that are available in Pinellas County. And also, if you're considering a magnet or charter school, keep in mind that many of these programs have very competitive admissions here. Their application windows are tight, and sometimes there are lotteries for who's going to get accepted, so planning ahead is absolutely key. So when it comes to schools and raising a family, you would choose Seminole if you want a more traditional public school experience with top-rated local options, a strong community feel, and peace of mind when it comes to safety and routine. And you would choose St. Pete if you're looking for more variety in educational purposes, access to specialized programs, or private school options. But definitely do your homework on the specific area you're moving to, and of course me and my team are happy to help if you reach out to the information below. So if you're thinking about moving to Pinellas County, the chances are you are dreaming about that Florida outdoor lifestyle with sunshine, beaches, parks, and year-round access to the great outdoors. So the good news, both St. Pete and Seminole deliver, but in slightly different ways. Living in St. Pete means you're just minutes away from some of the most iconic beaches in Florida, like St. Pete Beach, Paso Grill, and Fort Soto Park, a sprawling 1,100-acre preserve with pristine sand beaches, kayak trails, fishing piers, and even a historic fort. There's also a dog beach there that I love taking my little dog Lily to. It's regularly ranked among the best beaches in the US. You also get waterfront access within the city itself thanks to St. Pete's urban bayfront. The downtown waterfront parks offer gorgeous views of Tampa Bay, boat docks, jogging paths, and festivals throughout the year. You can catch a sunrise over the water, walk to a cafe, hit an art gallery, all before noon. And for active folks, the Pinellas Trail cuts right through the city, perfect for biking, jogging, or just cruising around the town. Over in Seminole, the vibe is a little bit more low-key, but no less beautiful. You're incredibly close to Indian Shores, Reddington Beach, and Madeira Beach, all of which offer soft white sand, fewer crowds, and that peaceful locals-only feel. Seminole Waterfront Park and Boca Ciega Millennium Park offer nature trails, kayak launches, and boardwalks, as well as some pretty cool birdwatching platforms if you're into that kind of thing. It's a nature lover's dream with less hustle and a little little bit more breathing room. You also don't have to worry about fighting beach traffic just to find parking on the weekends. In Seminole, you get that coastal lifestyle without the constant stream of tourists, so you can actually enjoy the Florida outdoors at your own pace. Okay, so now let's talk about something a little less glamorous, but super important if you're planning your daily life moving here to Pinellas County. Let's talk about traffic and commute times. In St. Pete, traffic is definitely something to consider. With a growing population, year-round events, and more development happening across the city, you're gonna deal with heavier traffic, especially during rush hour or when things like music festivals or sporting events are happening within the city. Major roads like I-275, 4th Street, and US 19 can back up quickly, especially if you're commuting from one side of the city to the other. And while the walkability of downtown is an absolute plus if you live in this area, parking can be a challenge depending on where you live and work. That being said, if you are working in or near downtown St. Pete, living in the city means that you can ditch the long commute, hop on a bike or scooter, or just take a short drive and be at the office within minutes. Seminole, on the other hand, is all about easy navigation. With really large roads and a more residential layout, you'll experience much less congestion, fewer traffic lights, and a much calmer daily routine. Now, this might be different depending on the time of day, like rush hour is gonna be rush hour, but that's the same for any city. So not to say that you won't experience traffic, but it's definitely less congested than in St. Pete proper. If you're commuting to nearby cities like Largo, Clearwater, or even North St. Pete, Seminole really offers a very centralized location that lets you avoid the worst of the county's traffic. It's a great option for anybody who works outside of the downtown core, but still wants quick beach access and a peaceful home base. Bottom line, if daily traffic stress is a deal breaker, Seminole's laid-back grid might be a better fit for your lifestyle. Okay, so which city is right for you? Here's the bottom line. You should choose St. Pete if you love a vibrant, artsy, walkable city filled with energy, nightlife, and nonstop things to do. It's perfect for professionals, creatives, and anyone who wants to be in the absolute heart of all the activity. You would choose Seminole if you're looking for a quiet suburban feel with great schools, a strong sense of community, and easy access to the beaches without the busy tourist scene. It's more ideal for families, retirees, or anyone craving a little bit more space and serenity. And even though they're just about 20 minutes apart, the experience of living in each is totally different. It all comes down to your lifestyle, your priorities, and your vision for what Florida living means for you. And truly, no matter what you choose, both cities offer sunshine, access to nature, and that laid-back Gulf Coast charm. And when you're ready to take the next step, I'm here to help. All right, well, that's it for today, but if you're still torn between the two, you should let us help you narrow it down. At Clarke Realty, we live and work right here in Pinellas County, based in downtown St. Pete, and we'd love to help you figure out what neighborhood fits your lifestyle best. Drop a comment, text or call us, and I have additional contact information in the description. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more Florida living tips. We'll see you in the next one.